Hello, everyone, and welcome to EduMatch. So follow along with us at podcast.edumatch.org/tweet talk, as well as with the hashtag EduMatch on Twitter. You can hit us up there as well. So I'm super excited today to be chatting with one of our own, Heidi Carr. Welcome, Heidi.
Thank you so much for having me today, Sarah.
Well, thank you for being here. So I'm just going to tell everybody, Heidi is one of our contributing authors to EduMatch Snapshot in Education 2017. That'll be coming out the last week of December. So she wrote a fantastic chapter on perseverance. So let me tell you a little bit about Heidi if you're not already familiar. So Heidi is an elementary teacher, an avid learner, and she enjoys the outdoors. She is also the president of Q Nevada, founded NVEDU Boxer Group, as well as Playdate Vegas. She is also a front row ambassador. So Heidi, great to see you. Thank you so much again for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Oh, always a pleasure to have you on here. So, question for you. What's your background and who or what inspired you to go into education?
Well, I grew up in a small town in northern Nevada near Lake Tahoe, and my third grade teacher is the one who kind of inspired me to go into education. And as you read my chapter, you'll kind of see why she inspired me to go into education.
Absolutely, absolutely. So can't wait to till everybody gets a chance to read it. I had a sneak peek, being a fly on the wall, not editing, but formatting the chapters. And I'm telling y'all right now, you don't want to miss this one. So, all right. So another question for you. So you've been leading a lot of book studies on Boxer lately, like all ever since the summer, maybe even before that. I've seen you. Like you've been on fire, like book study after book study after book study. So, what have been your takeaways from those experiences?
It's nice to be able to collaborate with other educators throughout the U.S. as well as Canada. I've had a few from Canada join us to see other people's perspectives as I am reading these books. We've been able to have a few of the authors join us, so it's nice to get their perception on the book and hear ideas and be able to learn and grow with other educators besides myself is a wonderful asset to Voxer.
Totally. And I've been learning so much from participating in these discussions. So thank you so much for everything that you do.
You're very
So,
welcome.
oh, yeah, yeah. So you're a contributing author in the upcoming EduSnap 17. So what can people expect to read about in your chapter?
One of the things they're going to be able to expect to realize the stereotypes that we put on our learners and how that stays with us forever, and that we need to allow our learners to be themselves and don't stigmatize them and say, well, because of this disability or because you've always been labeled the bad kid, that you're not able to turn around or your light will never shine, that you may be ignorant or dumb for the rest of your life. I think that's important that we allow students to persevere and let their light shine at any given moment.
Yeah, that's so true. Definitely embracing the entire child, and just like not holding them to like labels and having assumptions about them. I totally feel you on that. That speaks so much to to what we need to do for each other as human beings, even. Yeah, totally,
Yes.
totally. So you, my friend, are the queen of connectedness. So tell us about your own journey in connecting with other educators and what kinds of lessons have you learned along the way?
Connecting with others is a passion that I have. It's amazing to be able to connect with like-minded people as well as people that may not think the way you see things. Their perceptions may be different, and that has allowed me to grow and blossom not only as an individual, but as an educator as well. We never know what one is going through until we connect, we talk to them, and we open up those path lines of learning and helping each other out. Um, Connecting for me, I've been able to meet you and a whole bunch of other phenomenal educators throughout the world. And when we need to be inspired or lifted or collaborate to get another perception on something, we're able to do that in a non-judgmental way, and our walls are able to come down to continue to push us to be better humans as well as educators.
Totally, and I've learned so much from you. So I'm very, very grateful to have you as a friend and learning and growing with you. So absolutely. Okay. So in your chapter, you talk a lot about perseverance. That's kind of the theme of your chapter. So what's been the importance of perseverance in your own life?
Perseverance is something I do and model on a daily basis for especially my learners. I had to learn that at a very early age. My brother, you tell him something, he has it. Where me, it takes me a little longer. I would be the one studying on the weekends. He would never have to study and still get an A. So learning those styles, and just because if you have to study longer doesn't mean that you're incompetent, and overcoming those barriers as well that have been perceived on me at an early age, having those cheerleaders around and showing me that you are worthy, and if you persevere, anything is possible. And I'm even seeing that today, and I'm going to give a shout out to Christy Kate, you, Ron, and Shelly. Without you guys, I would not have come out of my shell to even share my story or write my story for others to read.
Absolutely, I'm so glad that you did, because I mean it's really, really a powerful story that you shared with us. So how can we encourage our students to persevere as well?
I think it's important. One, we have to model it. You can't. I believe you got to practice what you preach, and yes, it can be hard to do. And we got to figure out truly shine in to show them, hey, here you go. It's all right if you fail. And I think having those courageous conversations within your classroom and making failure okay. I always use the example in my class that we don't start walking automatically. We got to learn to walk. We when we get old like me, how can we give up so easily as when we were younger? We would walk a few steps, fall, walk a few steps, fall. And that's perseverance is important even at my age and younger. And finding those lights, making connections. If you know your students and know what they need and want, anything is possible.
Absolutely. And for our viewers who may not know, and you are still a very young person yourself, I have to say that as someone older than you, I kind of feel obligated to say that.
Yes, but my kids think I'm old sometimes.
That's too funny. Oh man, but yeah, absolutely. So I'm definitely rocking with everything that you're saying just now. So, all right. So, what advice do you have for other educators based on your experiences in the classroom?
I think we need to give all of our learners or students a fresh start every day, because we don't understand, we don't know what they're going through. And I try to teach whatever's happening at home, try to leave that outside. They could always pick it up. We could talk about it. Atmosphere in our classes. And we have to model that too, whether if we got in a fight with our significant other, a sibling, whatever it may be, we need to leave that outside of our classroom, because that does impact our students. And sometimes we say things that we may not wanted to, or it came out the wrong way. So we really got to be mindful of what we say and how we say it to our learners.
Yeah, totally. I feel you on that. Definitely, coming in, and I love that, starting with a fresh slate every day, and that's definitely a great tip to share, as well as your other comments. So thank you so much for taking the time out today to chat with us. So before we go, how can people get in touch with you online if they want to connect and find out more about you and about your chapter and everything that you do?
You could connect with me on Twitter or Voxer at Carr, that is CARR_8. And I'm available and we'll get back to you with as fast as I can.
All right, sweet. That is awesome. So thank you again, Heidi. It was great chatting with you as always. So for our viewers, stay tuned because our bonanza continues. Shout out to Rochelle, who is just interacting on the YouTube live page. She's going to be coming up tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. And then at 8 p.m., we're going to have Peg, who will be joining us as well. So we'll be at the same casts with an S, edumatch.org/tweet talk. So join us, and can't wait to see y'all there. Have a great one.
You too. Thank you.
All right, thank you.